Hey, I wanted to give you guys a review of the new Dell Inspiron 1525 that I unboxed a couple of videos back. Number one, because I promised you guys a review, and there is quite a lot of things I want to talk about. So I've had the product for just over a week, and I feel like I've used it enough to give you guys a full review. The first thing I wanted to talk about is just the overall build quality. Now, when I saw the system after I bought it, I kind of began to second guess what the build quality of the system would be like. But I could see I just paid £300, which is about $600 for it, and that's really cheap for a laptop. And I'll talk about some of the kind of trade-offs that I made with that later, and how they've sort of affected me. But the build quality of the system is good, and it's certainly what I expected. I wouldn't say it was excellent, but for the price, I think it was good. The general, just when you're using the system, it feels like good build quality. I'll talk about some areas where it's not that good, but generally, when you handle the system, it's generally good build quality. An aspect where it's not is when you're lifting the lid to use the screen. It kind of feels like if you're pressed really hard on it, the screen would break, which you don't want in a laptop. The next thing I want to talk about, which is kind of linked to build quality, is the touchpad. Now, let me just say flat out, in my opinion, this touchpad is awful. It's the worst touchpad I've ever used. It's tiny, and more than that, the material is awful. It's just awful to track with. The scrolling is fine, it's just scrolling, but unfortunately it's not a Synaptics touchpad, so you don't get some of those cool features. But hey, that's what you get for £300, I guess. The keyboard is excellent. They're really big, really noisy keys, which some people might not like the fact that they're so noisy, but I love a noisy keyboard because it gives you a tactile feedback, and they're really big and really solid keys. So that's nice. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the power adapter, because I've got very mixed feelings about this power adapter. I'm quite rough with my computing equipment, not intentionally, but I'm quite rough with it. And I've had several motherboards break because of the way that I put the things in, and I kind of just have to do it to the best of my ability. Now, although I haven't had any problem yet, this kind of power adapter is quite worrying. The actual bit where everything connects is alright, but it's quite flimsy. What I'm really worried about though is that this actual adapter it's not a very snug fit. I mean, it works, and I haven't had any problem with it not working, but it's not a very snug fit. I wish there was a good way I could show you on the actual laptop itself, but it's not a very snug fit. The actual adapter itself is just an adapter. It's quite long, which is nice considering my particular setup here. So let's get on to my final thoughts about it. Oh yeah, I kind of skipped on this product. I've got Ubuntu, which is what I wanted anyway. I'd actually pay more for Ubuntu if it came down to it. I got a unicore processor, which, looking back, I would have got a dual core, but it's still a great powered system for running Linux. It's 2.3 gigahertz unicore, which is great for what I need. I mean, it's just a test system. My Mac is 2.6 gigahertz Intel Core Duo, so that's really my main machine. Some of you might argue with that and go, how much faster yours is, but that's my main machine and works really well. So I didn't really need a dual core processor. Besides, I didn't want to spend that much more money. The one thing I do miss though, that I could have bought, which I should have done, is the integrated webcam. Now that added an extra £20 for a 2 megapixel webcam. So what I'm going to be using it for, because I wouldn't really be using it for recording videos, I didn't think it was worth the money for extra 20 megapixel webcam, and as what I'm using right now in the critical world is universally considered as the best webcam. That's partly because it has interaction with Firewire, so it can provide a really crisp picture. That's what I'm using now, and especially in lighting conditions like this, it's awesome. So I didn't see a need for this webcam, but the one thing I do miss would be the integrated microphone that would come with for screen recordings. But hey, that's my fault for skimping on the price. So the Dell Inspiron 1525, I give it a 3 out of 5 for the major problems with the trackpad and the slightly iffy power adapter, even though I had many problems with it yet. Do I recommend this product? For a low-end product, it's great. So if you're looking for something in that line and you're just kind of teetering, definitely go and check theirs out. If you've liked this video, please comment and rate, it really helps. And please also subscribe. Thanks for watching.